Welcome to the Gamechanger 00100 show. I am your host, Gamechanger. Okay, so after being introduced to Trill from Krew season, decided to check out his channel and see what's what. And lo and behold, I came across a gem just immediately. It was like the most recent video. It just popped up when I typed in Krew season about him talking about Auston. And then Auston showed up on the show. So I was like, oh, wow, I got to cover this. I just got to, and I only see like 20 minutes of it. Apparently it's a, excuse me, it's a part of a larger whole that Zone sent to me. And I was downloading that whole thing. That's why I was late here, which is 4 hours. So it took a while to download, but yeah. It's worth it because I was able to go back a little bit and get some context, some much needed context. Hit that like button. And wow. So I get the feeling that I am going to be covering a lot of Krew seasons, and that is because so far the view of particularly Trill is so contra to my root beliefs and my root views and he's a large content creator. So, which means that his message is spreading, which means that I have to work that much harder to get my message to spread past his. So, or I should say theirs. So expect to see a lot of that. Expect to see a lot of me covering what they do because of this reason. So shout out to Sweet Melody Speaks. Her shows start at 8:30 EST. So I'm going to try to not bump into that. It shouldn't be too long here because I'm covering a small portion. But y'all know how I do. So yeah, be prepared for that. Don't ring me now. What the hell? All right, hold on. Let me turn this off. Oh, I know who that is. All right. Okay, so yeah, there's that. All right. That being said, let me just get into it. All right, this is a fair use moment, but it is a moment. Now, before we get started, I want to point out, because this is going to be important later, that of the three women on the panel right now, Ciara is the hottest and the real hair to this. Now, that is going to be important as this progresses. I'm going to do a couple of minutes before Auston actually comes on to get some context of what exactly prompted him to come up. So, let's see.
Like, he went there to live there, and just like the lack of community and family that you have. Like, it's just you over there and it's just y'all. You know what I mean? We're very family oriented. And so we like to be together. I want to see my nieces and nephews. We do Sunday dinners. We still I get it that there's a lot of Black ratchet activity in America, but some Black people still have community, culture, and that here. And so
some Black people have community culture. Now, you could wait around for those some Black people. Okay, let's start with the Sunday dinner thing. Sunday dinner is a pre-boomer generation tradition. I repeat, it is a pre-boomer generation tradition. Meaning that once Big Mama is gone, there goes Sunday tradition. Now, Mama, the boomer, don't really have a Sunday tradition because she divorced several times in the 80s. So she just has her kids, but she can't get her kids together for anything consistently on Sunday because they have whole other families. They have whole other sides of families. Press the like button if you know what I mean. What do I mean? And this is what you do when you have like a whole generation of divorce. Like, oh, it's Christmas time. Who are you going to spend it with, your mama or your daddy? How many of us grew up in that scenario? How many of us had to choose every Thanksgiving, had to choose every Christmas, had to choose on Halloween? How many of us had to make a choice because the family wasn't together? You cannot spend 2 generations separating families and then say, oh, we get together. No, your grandmama got together because she's with grandpa. And her kids didn't have to choose between who to spend Sunday with. See, okay, here's the thing. A lot of modern women are selling non-modern women box. I repeat, they are selling the women of yesteryear. How many times have you heard something like, oh, we support our man. Remember the civil rights movement? We had y'all back. Remember when black men couldn't get a job because they had the white only signs up, and it was the black woman that supported the black man through Jim Crow and in slavery. Remember that? No, I don't remember that because I wasn't born. What have you done for me lately? Not a damn thing. Stop trying to sell this perfect woman, this all the way down ride or die chick that cooked, clean, worked for Miss Ann, and came home and put it down in the bedroom. Stop trying to sell big mama. You are not big mama. You're not even big daughter. Let me continue. I want to be here all day.
Saying, let me take myself, my seed, my money somewhere else, and like, I don't know. I don't see like that.
Notice what was important. Take myself, my seed, my money. Now, she didn't say, oh, he's taking his guidance, wisdom, and leadership somewhere else. Nope. My seed, my money. Give me that sperm and money. Give me that sperm and money.
Community. I love that village vibe of like having family, and
we do too. That's why we go. People, next time you walk out your front door, house or apartment, right? And your back is facing the front door, meaning you're facing away from your house or apartment, right? I want you to look to your left and tell me, is there a traditional black family in that house? Mother, father together, no stepkids, just kids. They get together on Sunday dinner. Tell me if you see that on your left. And then I want you to turn to your right and tell me if you see that on your right. If the answer is not yes to both, then you are not in a black community. God damn it. Hold on. Damn. All right. If the answer to that is not yes to both, you are not in a black community. Because guess what? If you do that in most neighborhoods, in most of Latin America, the answer is very likely yes. You will not turn to your left and see a single mama, garnering child support. You are not going to turn to your right and see a non-single mama, but the dude that's with her has 8 stepkids and all of them are not his. You are not going to see that. That's what you're not going to see in most of Latin America. She is trying to sell a concept. She's trying to sell a community that women like her destroyed.
Just living your life somewhere else is kind of like, damn, like, I don't know. To me, if my son moved away with my grandkids and went and lived in another country for the rest of their, you know what I mean? Obviously I can go visit, but like,
but that's my uncle.
I want them here. Like, I want to be able to be around my family. Like, this is all we got. All you really got.
This is the conversation me and my uncle had, and he.
Okay, then. Okay, this is all we got. We don't have nothing. If you look to the left and look to the right and say this is all we got, then we don't have nothing. So you might as well leave at that point.
Comes every year. It's just like he makes it a point to see me because he knows I've been in the military. So it's like, look, man, I'm trying to get you over here. Whatever you need, let me get you over there. And it's been like that for years. But he's established his own community and his whole situation there. If he is happy there,
wait, what is he talking about there? Wait, hold on, I missed something.
Me and my uncle
go visit, but
that's my uncle.
I want them here. Like, I with my grandkids and went and lived in another country for the rest of their, you know what I mean? Obviously I can go visit, but
that's my uncle.
I want them here. Like, I want to be able to be around my family. Like, this is all we got. All you really got.
This is the conversation me and my uncle had, and he comes every year. It's just like he makes it a point to see me because he knows I've been in the military. So it's like, look, man, I'm trying to get you over here. Whatever you need, let me get you over there. And it's been like that for years. But he's established his own community and his whole situation there. If he is happy there, he will make his surroundings comfortable for him. Just like if you move to Houston, like I did down there, started learning the network. It's not just survival mode. It's a man understanding his surroundings and making those needed adjustments. That way he learns the language, the lingo, how to eat, how to move. That's anywhere. That's just any man learn how to adapt to his surroundings.
I agree to that. Adapt to your surroundings, absolutely. But you surround yourself with adaptable people as well. Hit the like button.
But if you had that little single-minded being a tender dick, that's where you run into problems. You're being ignorant to the things situation. Around you. Your situational awareness is lacking, and that is dangerous.
Your situation awareness is not lacking if you look at the situation at hand and decide to leave it. Your situational, that's how people get surrounded. Like when you think like a battle commander or something, and he's looking around, he's like, okay, we got the enemy here, and they're coming on my flank. So I need to leave before this position gets overrun, before I'm surrounded. This whole stand in it situation and then adapt is ridiculous.
Out here. That's my main.
You're still making it difficult for your family to build a unit, to build a community.
The family is not trying to build a community any longer. Half of them, the half-wit tits, are not trying to build a community any longer. You do not build a community out of divorce papers. You don't. You do not build a community out of broken homes. You don't. You don't build communities off of child support. You don't. You don't build communities off of welfare. You don't. And you don't build community off of fat. You don't.
To continue tradition. Obviously, you can do that in your house, but when you go to your grandma's and you're at your grandma's and she's showing you how to make her dumplings on a Sunday.
You see that? You see that? I'm telling you, they are trying to sell Big Mama's box of dumplings. They are trying to sell Big Mama's box of dumplings. How come you didn't say your dumplings? Matter of fact, When was the last time you made dumplings? When was the last time you had a group of people around you, your husband, and your kids, and y'all got together for Sunday dinner making dumplings? When? When was the last time that happened? Stop trying to sell your dumplings. And it ain't no damn dumplings. Never forget, had a friend of mine in the cars, and he was cracking up when this happened. But this was real talk. I was at Church's Chicken on Park Boulevard, for those of you who are local. I was at Church's Chicken, and I was like, yeah, let me get the leg and thigh combo, which comes with fries and a biscuit and a drink. They said, we're all out of legs and thighs. And I was like, okay, well, then let me just get two breasts, fries and a biscuit. And that's not even a meal, but I was paying extra just to put something together so I could some chicken in my mouth. And they said, we're out of breasts too. We're all out of chicken. It's like, what the hell? Why are you open? You just open for fries and biscuits and stuff and okra? Like, why are you open and you ain't got no damn chicken? Why are you open to that? Close the damn shop. Stop pretending like you got chicken. Got my mouth watered for some chicken, and you got my mouth watered for some dumplings. You ain't made a dumpling in your whole damn life. And you didn't take Big Mama's recipe. That recipe is going to be gone with her. So men are going to have to find more good eating because you learn nothing. You learn nothing from Big Mama. Nothing at all. At all. That is the problem, being you. That's why you are called modern woman. Every woman was modern at some point in their life. However, you all are different because y'all did not take any of the good traditions from the previous generations. None of them. Not one. Big Mama was married with grandkids by the time she was 40. Big Mama had 8 kids by the time she was 40. And y'all walking around like 40 is the new 20. Get the hell out of here. Stop trying to sell Big Mama's box. Why? Because you ain't got no dumplings of your own. So you're talking about Big Mama's. You're talking about your grandma's dumplings. Hit the like button.
That's just something the grandkids won't get living in another country when you make it harder and less accessible.
Yes, they will get it. You teach them how to make the dumplings. The grandkids won't exist waiting around on bras like you. They won't exist.
To try, especially my grandmother being 86, like she can't travel internationally to see any grandkids that don't live in the States. You know, it just makes it more difficult to me to like hold on.
Oh no, grandma's dumplings. You are out your mind. Black man, pay attention to what's going on here. Like, if ever I bet you they said that to slaves. I bet, and I'm not talking about like modern day, brothers who are considered to be on quote the plantation, because I don't like to use that analogy. No, because a plantation is a plantation. No, I'm talking about during actual slavery. During actual slavery, young black man says, "Mama, I can't take it no more. I can't take these beatings no more. Now I'm going up yonder, so I don't have to deal with this anymore." Oh, but baby, what about grandma's dumplings? Huh? What about grandma's dumplings? What you gonna do about grandma's dumpling if you go up there north? You know they ain't got them dumplings up there. So I should stay For the dumplings? Well, yeah, you need to stay if you want these dumplings, just saying. And then after that, she goes and reports like, yeah, so Nat was about to run away, but I got him. I just, gave him some dumplings. And that's it. They think you stupid. They think you stupid. They think that you are so weak that you are stand for dumplings of an 86-year-old woman. That mentality is it will keep brothers from going anywhere ever. It will. It will keep and see, here's the thing. This is why, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just say it. Grandma's dumplings is the fundamental weakness of Black people, not just African Americans, of throughout the diaspora, Black people. Here's what I mean. Black people were found in Africa. Like, before anything, they were the ones who stayed. Everybody else left because, like, we are the people who stayed in the place where we first turned human. However you want to call it. We are like the descendants of Adam and Eve that didn't venture far past grandma's dumplings. And of course, the Native Americans are the ones that ventured the farthest on foot. We are the ones that was like, while other people are traveling north and while all the light-skinned people are traveling north, I'm going to stay here because this is where grandma's dumplings is. Historically, we've never been a people that strayed far from home wherever we determined home to be. Unfortunate, but true. That's something we need to work on, and that's something that that is being worked on right now. Chow. That is something, there's a great power in doing that. How great is that power? That power is the source. It is the root of all European power. Hit the like button. There's a book, a very good book, Guns, Germs, and Steel. And they talk about how this gave the Europeans leverage over non-European peoples, including Africans. And though it gave them headway with most of the world, with most of the Americas, definitely, it didn't really do much in Africa. That's why it wasn't colonized in the way that America was colonized, to where you don't really see 8 Native Americans together. Like, you could go to Africa and you see 8 Africans together. It's a completely different thing. And the reason for that, well, I'm not even going to get into the reason for that, but how they did get leverage and headway because they stayed. Like, while the Europeans were expanding and making the country that I now live in today, they just stayed put for dumplings. They didn't expand. The Europeans expanded and then began the process of colonization. You have to expand. There's great power. It is the root of all European power. Expanding past your grandma's dumplings. You think Christopher Columbus had like a bunch of grandma's dumplings on the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria? You think that that's how that went? Like, oh yeah, I need a bunch of dumplings before I head on a voyage, possibly taking me off the edge of the earth. Like, well, you're gonna be going a long time. It's not gonna be hot. Like, no, he did what he had to do. Same with Magellan. Same with Hercules. Like, people, what the hell? Grandma's dumplings? Shut up. Shut the hell up.
To that family bond, if everybody's taking their families to other countries, and obviously you can build a community there, but like, y'all know what I'm saying.
But
you know what, Kayla, you're right about that, but we got to be honest that women of today are not interested in that. They're not interested in that.
Thank you. Because here's the thing. These chicks know it. See, community is something that they're selling to the men. Oh, and this one too. Community is something that they're selling to the man. She understands as a married woman herself, as an older married woman herself, that listen, y'all not offering up communities like that. Keep it a buck. Stop trying to say stay back for the community when y'all ain't offering no damn community.
Tradition.
No.
So the men are saying they want that. And if they can find it, now this is me with my thoughts of it being their preference. If they can find it where in these other countries and they can marry a woman that really love them and truly wants to be with them, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I do think that there's some kind of something that seeped in that's making it ugly. Because I just thought it was about being married. Because if it's not about being married, then why do it? Why, like you said, why?
Okay. It's about everything. It's about each and every single aspect of male-female interactions that you are lacking collectively. You're lacking on. Okay, I got a cash app. Appreciate you. No, I'll get to you in a second. You're lacking in the marriage front, meaning that far too many of you are not wipeable. You're lacking in the girlfriend front, meaning far too few of you are girlfriend material. And you're lacking on the pump and dump front, meaning far too few of you are pumpable. I repeat, far too few of you are even pumpable. Because people talk about the fellas that go overseas for prostitutes. And I was like, okay, they go overseas for prostitutes. It's probably cheaper, but I don't know, maybe that cost is offset by the plane ticket. But I've come to the conclusion that their prostitutes are better. What's going on, AM1? Their prostitutes are better, which is not a good look. You're lacking in each and every single category that makes a woman valuable to a man. All of them. Last prostitute I've seen in the States. So the last prostitute I've seen abroad was the ones that I interviewed on this show, on this very show. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's called Horror Culture. And I think I had their pictures there. And it was two of them. And however, the last prostitute I seen out this way, it's maybe like 3 years ago. And I was staring. I was at a Dollar Tree. And I was staring just at the sheer audacity. This was like the fattest, whitest, nastiest looking person I've seen. Like, she looked like she ate Roseanne Barr and Rosie O'Donnell. She was just, it was just like all over the place. And she wasn't even wearing clothes. And that's why I was looking, because she was wearing like panties, but the panties was like up above her belly and stuff. And it was holding the belly, which was over her vagina. And I was like, wait, are you selling this crap? Anyway, that's a rabbit hole. But the thing is what she's saying is, I don't mind if the guys are going there looking for marriage. They go for whatever freaking reason they want to. It's not a matter of you minding. That's one thing. Secondly, is you're trying to put undue pressure. You're trying to do no, it's 7:01. It's 7:01 a.m. You're trying to put undue pressure on young men to get married. Marriage is a process. You see, I'm gonna say this and play some more. Imagine if you want to buy an orange, right? You first determine what's the best place to buy an orange. That's step one. Step two, and you do that by, looking at the value. If 2/3 of a barrel of oranges is rotten, then you just leave that barrel alone. Some people would just leave that barrel alone. Like, okay, this is a barrel full of rotten oranges. I'm not going to try to sip through the 1/3 of the remaining oranges simply because I have sophisticated taste and I know that there needs to be a large amount of healthy oranges for me to determine what's the best tasting one for me. I'm only going to eat one. And what I don't need is people standing over me saying, hurry up and make some orange juice while I'm selecting oranges or I'm selecting the proper barrel to find one. Hit the like button. So Austin comes up on this note. Now, remember what I said. Syra, something like that. Sarah is the hottest. Is the hottest of all the women here, of all the 4 women here. Pay attention.
Bother. You just, you spending money on 304s. Why you don't need to do that. But I just think that if a black man is meeting another woman, that's still almost the same thing wherever they're living. They can still be a part of our culture if they decide to come back here or whatever.
If they decide to come back here, I don't think she understands. USB. I do not think that she understands. The culture is what we're leaving. Stop talking about black culture like we still live in Big Mama days. Well, like we still listening to jazz. Stop talking about modern black culture as if it's like it's an episode of the Cosby Show. Stop it. You should bring her back to this culture. No, I'm gonna bring her back and have her listen to Nut Quick. Have her listen to WAP. The culture is what we're escaping. The culture that chicks like this have turned it into is what we are escaping. Is what brothers who escape. The culture made them this way. Hit the like button.
Producing black kids. So
you don't eat a steak in the dumpster because then it tastes like trash. You don't eat a steak on the toilet because then it'll taste like shit. You eat it in the dining room or the kitchen that the steak was made in. You eat it in the dining room or the kitchen that the steak was made in.
You can still live on in that way, but I just don't think American women right now are interested in that type of traditional life.
That is true.
And I think
that is true. So if they're not, look at this look of agreeance in her face. She has the look of agreeance. So yeah, that is true. They're not interested in that type of life. That is the modern Black American culture. What they're selling to you is Big Mama. What they're offering to you is Lori Harvey. I repeat, what they're selling to you is Big Mama. What they're offering to you is Lori Harvey. Some bull.
You know, not all. I think there are some,
yeah,
but I think what they're seeing the majority of is just not that, and they just don't. They feel like it's not enough.
And I agree with security bosses. Like it is traditional to make that adjustment if that tradition is ran stale or it's going to run off the cliff.
What?
All right, so real quick, man.
That didn't make sense.
And I think that's, you know, not all. I think there are some, but I think what they're seeing the majority of is just not that, and they just don't. They feel like it's not enough.
And I agree with security bosses. Like it is traditional to make that adjustment if that tradition is ran stale or it's going to run off the cliff.
I don't know what those words mean when he put them in that order. I don't. Maybe I missed something, but I don't know what those words meant in that order. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
All right, so real quick, man. The man of the hour is here, man. Let's give him a round of applause, man. Welcome to the preseason properly, man. Because I damn sure got a couple questions right off the top of my head, man. That we don't have to unpack. You know, again, man, you become known as like the face of this Passport Bros movement. Even though I know you're on record saying that you never wanted it, you never claimed that. But fact is, you are. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I want to get your ideology as to why you feel so strongly about, you know what, hey man, I'm about to get up out the States, because you from Texas and that's my state. And I already know the multitude of women that are out here. So for you to be out here, experience that and say, you know what, this shit ain't gonna work. I'm about to leave the entire country. What's the thought process behind it?
And there you go. That is a leading question if I ever heard of it. You from Texas, and there's a multitude of women in Texas, because this is Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. I've been there and I've seen it. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Everything is bigger in Texas. I got family in Dallas right now. Only one of them, only one of my cousin, uncles, et cetera, that live in Dallas or in, DFW area is with a black woman, and he is a chubby chaser. Just one of all. And it's not like this is like a new phenomenon. It's been like that, like all the way through. In fact, I have a family member. I haven't told anybody this. I have a family member that is a legit Passport Bro. And my family do not know about the name Gamechanger. They don't know about the name Gamechanger. In fact, I never recommend it to them because I don't want them to match my voice. I want to keep that part of my life separate. So they never heard of Passport Bros or anything like that. But one of them did move. It's that bad there, and the other ones, they tend to mess with like, and this isn't, and trust me, this isn't like a fetish, or they're not doing it out of manosphere or like, what people say that we're raging or something. This is just like a natural conclusion that they've come to. Like they just looked at the women that are available to them and picked the best ones. And it just so happened that the best ones just happen to look a certain way or be of a certain ethnicity. That's a coincidence, except with one of my cousins. And this dude said, and I strongly disagree. He said this years ago when Game of Thrones was a thing. So, I think her name is Misandry or something like that. The chick that she was on Fast and Furious, that light-skinned chick. He said that Daenerys was hotter than her. And I was like, oh, wow. This dude is really into, because I think that the light-skinned chick is hotter, like by far, than Daenerys. But I was like, hey, maybe he liked that. Maybe he just prefer that. And maybe that's with him, but his brothers and stuff, no, that's not the case. And Yeah, thank you. Natalie Emmanuel. Yeah, exactly. But surely enough, even to this day, I see them Thanksgiving. He had the platinum blondest, whitest, slim waist, pretty face, big bankish chick you ever seen. Ever. Like, and she was like, I don't know if it's natural. I didn't look at her eyebrows, but she was platinum blonde. She either dyed it for that dude, or he just went for like the natural platinum blondest chick you ever seen. I was cracking. I was like, oh dang, he was serious. He was serious. But this dude, you in Texas, and they listen. I don't know. I visit on holidays, but it don't sound like that, you know. There's plenty of women here. And I hate it. See, I hate it when people say that there's plenty of something, because it really means that you don't have a concept of quality. It means you do not have a concept of quality in your brain. That's like somebody saying, oh, yes, there's plenty of food in a prison cafeteria. Yes, just because you have a lot of something, that doesn't mean it's of quality. There's plenty of water in the swamp. There's plenty of water in the sewers. Just because there's plenty of something, that doesn't mean it meets his standards. Really, you just outed yourself for having inferior standards. Hit the like button.
I just kept running into a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna say that. And I went to Brazil, and I have not talked to anybody since I got back. And now I'm not in the United States anymore because it's really that bad. I mean, where is it that good at?
You ever been to Houston?
No, I was in Dallas.
Okay, we'll see that. What? Yeah,
Dallas got them too, though.
Yeah.
They got him. Like, listen, the M that you're talking about does not meet his standards. The M, they got him too. Yes, everywhere has vagina. There's vagina everywhere. There is a certain thing called, look on her face. It's quizzical. It's quizzical. She has a quizzical look on her face. Like, ooh, I'm going to look quizzical. Somebody said, I'm in Dallas. Listen. And I'll meet up with you. I've met YouTubers before. I'll meet up with you, next time I'm in Dallas. I go to Dallas from time to time. As I mentioned, I have family there. All right, let's continue. Dallas got him too. You know what I challenge? And this is how you prove that somebody don't have any taste or standards. Name a city in America that don't have them. Name a city in America that don't have them. Because if you can't say that, then it means that you don't have standards. Kind of like if you can't say a food that don't taste good, it means that all food tastes good to you.
My best friend lives in Dallas.
My girl from Dallas.
What does that mean? My best friend lives in Dallas. My girl's from Dallas. What does that mean? Like, is there any indication that these are women that Austin would consider quality women? Austin, not you. Why is your best friend from Dallas and you ain't?
All that.
Can I ask
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, watch what happens here.
South Carolina.
They're just naming out entire states. You see, this is what I told you. It's good everywhere. North Carolina, South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota, East Baltimore, West Baltimore, Detroit, all of Michigan, Atlanta, all of Georgia, Alabama. Where is it bad? Where is it bad? This is their way of saying that we're good enough. And this is the men's way of saying they're good enough. Look at this chick. Look at the background. Why does she look like a class picture? Why does she look like a yearbook photo? What the hell? I got a feeling that's filtered. Oh crap! Let me get this. Y'all know how I get when I get into my mode, my rant mode. My bad. Dig Thug says, the culture is the problem. Exactly. I'd rather have it difficult with different languages than saturated with criminal elements. Yeah, or just undesirable behavior. The type that raise criminals. Yeah, Alaska. Yeah, they just like naming places. Like, yes, we understand that in these states, there's vaginas. It doesn't mean that they meet certain standards. There is a concept of greener grass. All right, let me see who sent this cash out. All right, give me a second. All right, let's see. Hit the like button while I do this. I gotta remember to open the app. Y'all don't really send enough cash apps for me to remember to do that, but I'm gonna start to remember to open the apps, so I'll have it ready when y'all do send it. All right, so James W. Sent for great breakdown on that simp community video. I appreciate it. I'm trying to think which video you're talking about. I've been like throwing out a lot of content lately, trying to get the algorithm to recognize me or notice me more. So greatly appreciate you. All right, I sent the reply back. All right, so back to it. Yeah, exactly. Utah chicks are pretty cool. Now, I've only been to Utah once. Because somebody I was seeing went to university there. And she actually put Mormon on her thing to get a scholarship. So I only seen the campus because they shut down real early. Like they don't have like late night clubs and stuff. So I can't speak on Utah on the quality of women. I can speak on Mormon women. Because we do have like a huge Church of Jesus Christ type thing here. And Mormon women, yeah, they are some bad white chicks. I will say that. So salute to them on that.
I have a question. If you had one chance in the U.S. to find like a good-looking woman that is submissive and traditional, would you take it in the U.S.?
No.
I like how he said it quickly. Now, and that's where me and the Passport Bros differ. That's where we part company because the answer for me is yes.
No,
now,
I won't ever be back.
You met someone outside of the United States, submissive, traditional, and good-looking?
University of Utah. And I know because when I was there, first of all, when I was there the first time, that was the first time I ever been in snow. That's the first time I actually had snow hit the top of my head in my whole life. My whole 17 years of living. That was the first time that happened. And I know that those are the two major universities. And no, she was at University of Utah.
Yeah, but I got content to make right now. So
okay, so you don't want to get married because you met
I'm
a marriage material and you didn't marry that person.
I'm 23.
Okay.
Well, I didn't find a lot of material. They wasn't marriage material. They wasn't shit, actually. That's why I keep saying that.
Well, then, what was the most, I don't know, I guess, fucked up thing about them? Then, like, if you had just narrowed it down to something specific.
And not feminine at all. They like to argue. They call you bro. I'm not your fucking bro. I am not your bro. That is some shit my homeboys call me.
I always question that.
I always question that.
Why do they call them bros?
Well, I mean, especially being in Dallas, bro is slang down there, so they gonna throw that around, just not even in a disrespectful way. That's just how they talk.
See, and here's the thing. This is what Trill don't understand, and his type. Is that it's not a matter of it being disrespectful. It's a matter that it is a masculine thing. If you see men doing something and you emulate that, that is a masculine thing to do. It don't mean that they are being deliberately disrespectful. He's saying that they are being unfeminine, and you don't know the difference. You know, for you to just say, "Oh yeah, but that's just slang." Yes, he don't like it when women speak slang, yet alone the same slang that the men speak. And it must be local vernacular because I don't hear it. And I'm not saying that women just switch into feminine mode when they talk to me. I don't think that that's just something women say out here. In fact, the people and one back me up on this or correct me on this if you want. The people I hear bro who say bro most is white dudes out here. So hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I hear.
But I mean, I could definitely see the point there. But again, I just got issue with, well, not issue, confusion with it being so many women in this state.
If this dude say so many women all the time, if he says it one more time, this dude is annoying. Like, oh, it's so many women. We know it's a lot of women. Like, once again, quality is so many women there. Quality. Like, you know, like that's I swear it's like somebody saying it's so much food in prison. Why do you ever want to leave?
And you saying that you couldn't find one that was feminine and cooperative and not, you know, again.
Just because there's a lot. Okay. And this is another thing that I want to dig into. And this is why I gave the orange example. First of all, just because you have a lot of something, that doesn't mean you're going to find what you're looking for. Like, there's a billion people in Asia, and you telling me that you can't find one good basketball team? You're damn right. Or I should say China. Like, there's a billion people in China. You telling me that you can't find one point guard? Yes. Yes. Just because there's a lot, that doesn't mean that there exists one that meets the criteria. 1.5 billion. It's 1.5 billion people in China. You telling me you can't find one? Yes, that's exactly what we're telling you. Hit the like button. That is exactly what he is telling you. And you see, and this is another thing. Feminine and friendly and fit is the base criteria. Actually, did he even say fit? Let me see.
With it being so many women in this state, and you saying that you couldn't find one that was feminine and cooperative and not, you know, again, calling you bro.
And there you go. Those are his only criterias. Feminine and cooperative. There's no looks criteria. There's no other criteria other than feminine and cooperative. Now, why is that? because that is all we are supposed to ask for. And the reason why this is what they are supposed to ask for, this is all we're supposed to ask for, because it's easily faked. It's easily faked. Femininity and cooperation is something that that they can easily do, not for a long period of time, mind you, but hopefully for them just long enough to get that ring out of you. Yes, you can find a woman to fake femininity and friendliness, but not indefinitely. Hit the like button. Not indefinitely. It's like holding their breath. Eventually, you got to breathe. And they got to breathe a fucked up attitude. But that's neither here nor there. These guys think it's a good thing. These guys think it's a good thing when they see a woman treat another man like crap, but treat you nice. What they're doing is they are surrendering, they are pretending for a superior deal, meaning that all things equal, and in an environment where all women were feminine and friendly or cooperative, you wouldn't be interested in them. You think I'm stupid? I swear these dudes come off as slow, because if you are with a chick that's feminine and friendly, and then she turned to Medea on a waitress, that is you. That is your future. That is your future. That is your future when whatever thing about you wears off that has made her that way, even a little bit, that is what she turns into. I don't even want a Mogwai. I do not want a Mogwai at all. What is a Mogwai, you ask me? Gamechanger, what's a Mogwai? I'm going to tell you what a Mogwai is. For those of you young folk. A Mogwai is a little creature that looks like a Furby. In fact, Furby is probably based on it. It's cute, is furry, it's has big eyes, and it's a pleasant little pet, so to speak. And then they say, oh yeah, but don't feed it after midnight. Don't put water on it. And it don't like light. Now, if you're a fool, you just take the Mogwai and you think that you're not gonna feed it after midnight. But a smart person would say exactly what happened. First of all, a smart person would say it's always after midnight. Even when I was a kid, I didn't understand that crap. It's always after midnight. Right now is after midnight. Morning, afternoon, and evening is like every single moment of the day is after the previous midnight. I have no idea what that means. A smart person would ask that. But a smart person would also ask, what happens if you feed them after midnight? Exactly what happens if you feed them after midnight? But these dudes is just walking around with a Mogwai that's one midnight away from fucking their life up. So if you feed them after midnight, they turn into gremlins. And what is a gremlin? A gremlin is a loud, obnoxious creature. I'm going to show you what a gremlin is. I'm going to show you. A A gremlin is a loud, obnoxious creature that is destructive and disruptive to your entire community and everything you have ever built. Sounds familiar? Sounds familiar? I do not want to deal with anything that you are just that's just one meal away from turning into a gremlin. Who would want to deal with something like that? You are one meal away from turning into this. Oh, and by the way, the female gremlins look just like the male gremlins, but they have fake hair. I'm going to repeat. The female gremlins look just like the male gremlins. They just have fake hair, fake eyelashes, and they put lipstick on. I do not want to have anything to do with that. Look at this white man. So yes, Austin is saying, listen, they may be fit, feminine, and friendly to me, but it doesn't mean that they're they're not one bucket of chicken away from turning into something strange.
Being super masculine, trying to argue, because I'm gonna be honest, man. I know a lot of women right off the top of my head who are just not like that, and I think a lot of times the like loud minority kind of skews people's mindsets. And again, I don't know your experience per se, but you are pretty.
The loud minority. If 2/3 are fat, that's a majority. That off the see, he just gave them a very basic and simple criteria to meet: the ability to fake cooperation and femininity. And yes, the majority of Black women are willing to fake femininity and cooperation. That's how they maintain jobs. I'll give you that. However, Austin has greater criteria. By the way, the one criteria, not be fat, means that the majority don't qualify. And I'm not talking about the majority of Black American women. I'm talking about the majority of Western women do not meet that first base criteria. So let's not be obtuse. They may meet your criteria, they don't meet his.
Yeah. But like throughout your entire time here, you're saying that you never found one that was feminine, cooperative, look good, and who was ready.
Okay, he finally said look good.
Who was willing to ride with you? Not one.
And keep in mind that those are not listen. Those three things are really just absence of negatives. Those are things that should come with all women. Now it don't, but it should. But okay, that's like somebody saying, you mean to tell me you haven't found one car with a steering wheel, an engine, and tires? It's like, yes, I have, but it doesn't mean that just because it has those three basic requirements that it's the right car for me. He's like, yeah, I mean, put it like this. Let's just say 1% of women who meet that basic criteria you're compatible with, and other facets of individual compatibility, like intellect and just hobbies. Is she a type A personality, and you're a type B personality, but you get along? Like, you're not compatible with every decent looking woman who is cooperative. You're not. That is why there exist people. Well, anyway, I won't even get into that.
So running into masculine women that don't treat you right, what would you say that does to your mind state?
For me, it would make me want to adjust.
Wait, he didn't answer the question. I want.
That is slave talk. That is slave talk. That is follow the leader talk. You have a masculine woman that don't want to cooperate, and you adjust to her masculinity. Now, I want you to picture this scenario in multiple ways. In two ways. I'm going to just give two examples. In your house, there exists, for whatever reason, a masculine and uncooperative woman. Now, me, I would just kick her out. Like, excuse me, ma'am, I can't have that type of behavior here. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Kicked out. Get the stepping. That's one scenario. His reaction to that is adjust to her masculinity. And really the only adjustment I could see to that is femininity personally, but maybe there's a different type of adjustment, but you adjust to her masculinity. So notice how he didn't say that it didn't exist. Because remember, they're trying to make it a you thing. That's what Trill and OT is trying to do. They're trying to make it a you thing. They're trying to make it an Austin thing. Like, oh no, there's like black women are 99% fit, feminine, and friendly. It's just something is so wrong with you that you just keep bumping into the 1%. That's what they're trying to do. But what OT is saying is, I adjust to their general masculine behavior. Now, that's the first scenario when she's at your house. If you are at her house and she's behaving that way, I would just leave. But he would adjust.
I wanted to get the answer.
I'm about to get that answer. So when you run into a masculine woman that doesn't treat you right, what does that do to your mind state?
Keep it pushing.
That's not the woman for me.
Exactly. Oh, now you get it. Because before you was adjusting.
Move on to the next.
Well, I'm not asking what is your response. What is that? How does that make you feel in the moment?
You don't like it. You go find something that you do like.
Rejection.
So what I'm hearing is fuck your life up a little bit.
Okay. I have no idea why she said rejection. A woman being ill-behaved is not a rejection. It's her being ill-behaved.
Longer then become a passport, bro.
Fuck your life up.
Nope.
You're 23. You need to.
Why is she looking confused like she never heard of a man getting his life fucked up? Fuck your life up? Like, what, you never heard of that concept? You never heard of a man getting his life fucked up by a woman? Oh, dear me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Every day I get home before my husband do from my 6-figure job, of which I contribute all to my man, and then I put the apron on and prepare dinner after he fights traffic. And then I hurry to get to put the kids to bed before I give them a blowjob. What do you mean, fuck up your life? I'm confused. I never. Dear sir, I have never been so insulted in my life. What do you mean, fuck your life up? Who is this Maury Povich person you speak of?
Go ahead and knock somebody up and get put on child support. And then you got.
Oh man.
Damn.
Here we go, man. This is
God damn.
I was waiting on that one too.
There you go.
You froze.
Go ahead,
Repeat
He
yourself.
was lagging. He was lagging.
You
Go
were
ahead, bro.
lagging a little bit. We couldn't hear the end.
Go and say it again.
So what you're saying is fuck your life up and keep going through bad experiences and then try something else that is proven to work.
Nope.
I would say
So what
no.
type
I
of
would say-
woman?
Okay,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just gonna ask him first to get an understanding. What type of woman are you attracted to? Because the one in the video, she mushed you. So what kind of woman? Like, what's your preference?
And there you go. That is a point. So it's 7-on-1, and they made their first point. That is a point. Austin, if you're listening, don't let chicks mush your face like that if you're trying to sell a concept of femininity. I know why it happened, and I know why you allowed it to happen. Nevertheless, not a good look at all. Not a good look.
I don't care if she's sitting right there, she mushed you. So if you're saying those traits, they call you bro and stuff like that, and her body language didn't look inviting. I'm going off the video. What is your type in America? You know what I'm saying? Like that you kept experiencing something bad, and then what is your type when you go overseas?
If an American woman was on the phone, you would be mad, and she's doing the same thing.
I'm on a live stream.
No, I really.
No, she was doing it on the video too.
Question.
She was doing it on the video too.
Not Sayeda's question. I just want to know what is his preference.
Now, here's what's interesting. This one here, the hottest of the four, understands that it's disrespectful. We're going to get into that in a minute, but he's saying that, it's okay because I'm on a live stream and it wouldn't be proper for me to ask her to sit there with her hands folded while I do this. So that's that. Why does he look so high? Why do F and P Ronan look so high?
That was in Texas. That's different from his preference overseas, to where her body language could have been the same in America, but it would have been deemed disrespectful or not feminine.
And this is where she lost the point. Because essentially, she feels that a Texas woman is the same as this one simply because they both mush your face.
I get my preference. I get way more respect from Black women outside of the United States. I'm just gonna say that.
And what do you mean by that? Way more.
What is difficult to understand about that? I get way more respect from Black women overseas than I do here. What do you mean by that? You asking that question means that you don't know what respect is.
She ain't black, but she ain't black, but I'm in Thailand at the same time. There's Black people aren't from here.
Okay, no, I'm saying you said you get more respect. So I'm assuming this is outside of the basic human respect that strangers give one another. So you're saying in relationship wise, what do you mean by more respect?
Well, number one, I can be a man and not be shamed for it. That's the main one of them. Shame. Everything is toxic masculinity. Everything is somebody trying to control somebody. It's just a bunch of bullshit, and I'm not dealing with it.
What is being a man? You said I could just be a man, just unapologetically. What does that look like to you?
Number one, you could lead a woman, but then you're being somebody's daddy or controlling. So I'm not dealing with that shit either.
There you go. You can lead a woman without being shamed for leading her, and you can lead a woman who's willing to follow.
Man,
it sounds like
So Trill was looking for a response to that, but he couldn't come with one, so he had to tag somebody in.
Like it sounds like he needs more experience, in my opinion, because
I'm getting way more experience.
Why do you need more experience of a bad thing? Why do you need more experience of a bad thing? Like okay, here's the thing. Say you get there's a picture of sugar honey iced tea. Rest in peace, KS. You have a picture of sugar honey iced tea and you sip it and it tastes like shit. And then somebody comes along and says, in my opinion, you need to drink some more of it. Like, pardon me? You need to drink some more sugar honey iced tea because that's why you think it tastes like shit. What they're actually saying, and this is why they say, I don't see the problem, is because they have been drinking sugar honey iced tea their whole damn life and they have become accustomed to the taste of shit. And they like, why are you going to England to get some tea? I've been drinking tea all my life and it tastes great. That's because you're used to shitty tea. He's not.
First season I would have ever gotten in the States.
Okay.
Are the
but
women
have-
submissive?
You
Are the
know what?
women
I might
there
not
in
even doubt
Thailand
that.
There's-
submissive?
there's-
Why would she ask that? Why would she ask that? Are the women in Thailand submissive? Are Africans fast? Hey, is the pizza in Italy good? Hey, when you were in Japan, did you see any good animes? Hey, are the people in China short? What kind of questions are these?
There's a day
every
and night
single
difference.
one. Is every single one like that?
Not every single orange is orange. Another stupid follow-up question. So if every single Taiwanese girl is not submissive, you should come back because not every single Texas girl is submissive. Every single one. You need 100%. It has to be 100% all inclusive or nothing, or everyone everywhere is the same. Get the fuck out of here. Every single one. Trying to make the exception the norm.
Of course, you got an exception, but it's the opposite. In the United States, you're gonna run into more masculine women than you would here. They're everywhere, but I'm just not I was about to say something crazy, but I'm just not bumping into motherfuckers that's just masculine out here.
You're not bumping into them. So you're expecting them to bump into you? Or are you going out and actively
No, well, let me be a little more specific. I'm not bumping into them left and right. You know what I mean.
Right. So they're not in mass, but you're only looking for one. So you know that majority of the
Okay, I'm gonna squash that notion right now. Men, we are not just looking for one. And I'm not talking about some player, I plan to cheat stuff. We're looking for a group of people that meets the basic criteria so we can pick the ones that meet advanced criteria. Kind of like if you're interviewing for a position, you're interviewing for, let's just say I want an actress. I want to hire an actress for a commercial to a product I have, right? Say a video game. I want to hire an actress. And the logic is, say, okay, I want this woman to be 5'8" or taller, dark skin, long hair. And her logic is, okay, you only need one. No, I don't only need one. That is the base criteria. I want 100 5'8" or taller, dark skin with long hair chicks lined up. And then I pick the one that can act. And then from that, I pick the one that has that unique look for my commercial. So no, I need a multitude that meets the base requirement. And from that, I select my individual requirement.
In mass that you meet are not gonna be her. So why is that like a shock?
In the United, what are you asking?
I'm saying majority. You're saying majority of the women that you're meeting are not the type of women that, you know, they're not the one, but you're only looking for one. So majority of the one that you meet probably won't be the one, because you are not going to get along with majority of the women. So why would you think that you should?
In the United States, the majority of the women.
That question was all over the damn place. I don't even want to hear that again. I don't even want to repeat that. That question was just everywhere. Hit the like button. That question was everywhere.
Are not fit to deal with me.
They're not.
Or are you not?
Why is she confused by that? He basically just said most women in America are not fit to be with me. And it's true. Most women in America aren't fit to be with anybody. That's why you have men adjusting to be with them. Because the women aren't fit to be with the men are fitting themselves to be with the women. OT, I'll adjust. You're adjusting to something that's not fit.
Why would you think that you should?
In the United States, the majority of the women are not fit to deal with me.
There you go.
They're not.
Or are you not?
Why was she confused by that? You see, that's a bitch tactic. And by bitch, I mean just women, just a pejorative of all women. You know, I use a pejorative because it's a negative aspect of the nature, but nevertheless, I'm talking about her individually. That is a bitch tactic. And it's used commonly by those types. Somebody says she's dumb. Maybe. But generally, the reason why they do that is to try to make it seem like you're dumb. That's their way of trying to make it seem like you're dumb and you're saying stuff that don't make any sense. They do that all the time. You know that thing that they do? They're really gathering their thoughts, but they're repeating it back to you. You know, like you say something like 2 + 2 is 4. They're like, 2 + 2 is 4? And they looked at you like you're crazy, hoping that the people watching would be like, you know, oh, this dude is crazy.
You said that. So you said you in particular, you possess a certain amount of traits, and those women and other you having more options of other women.
He did not say that he possessed a certain amount of trait. He's talking about the trait that the women possess. He just said that the women in the States, the majority of women in the States are not for him. And now she wants to talk about his traits. Okay. I like her lips.
Women that
I'm going to say that.
possess the qualities that you prefer versus in America.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It just seems there's a lot of men that have the same
in America, they won't allow you to be a man.
No.
They won't.
You're supposed to be a pronoun guy.
Okay, so he got it. She's confused, but she's from a different generation. He looks like he's scrolling through Tinder ads of fat women right now. And he looks like he's going to pick up on it in a moment.
Wait, is that from YouTube or you mean like in real life?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. You know exactly what it means. Nobody your age walks around in a constant state of confusion like that.
If you ain't heard it, if you have not heard about the pronouns, I don't know where you've been at.
Yeah, I'm asking you. I ain't been where you
We
been.
know the pronouns.
Come on, he, him,
I'm kind of
she,
a little more grown.
them.
I'm a little more grown.
Yeah, every day in the United States, men are being emasculated day by day. Day by day. I'm not dealing with that shit.
But see that
They're
that, that
having
right
that
there is the part
everywhere.
that right there is the point that I can't wrap my head around because you
And he's doing the same tactic, by the way. I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? There's plenty of women here. What do you mean? This whole pleading ignorance thing. God, that's annoying. That right there is the part I don't understand. All right.
so you're not dealing with it, right? So just like you said, because it sounds to me like you just jump into extremes.
What about I'm not dealing with this particular type of woman? Don't you understand?
Which is, you know, whatever, if that's what you choose to
What extreme is he jumping to?
do. But I think there's a lot of room between me fucking my life up to learn lessons or you just improving yourself as a person to be able to recognize shit better. Because I think even despite those instances, I'm sure it's
I'm gonna try to understand what he's saying here. He says there's a difference between fucking my life up to learn a lesson and improving myself to for better results or whatever, right? Austin is saying I don't want to fuck my life up. I got a feeling that if I stay, that my life will be fucked up. So I'm gonna leave. What you're saying is improve yourself for an inferior product. Basically, because O-Man said this, you should strive to be a 7 so you can get a 5. You should strive to be a 7 so you can get a 5. People like Austin say, you should strive to be a 7 so you can get a 9. And you should strive to be a 9 so you can get an 11. That's just smart people brain.
some instances out there that you done ran into. Clearly, I mean, you made national news for some accusations and shit that you did not do, right? So that's a learning curve. But my issue is that why is it so hard with
That's a learning curve. That's a learning curve. Let me tell you somebody else who had a learning curve. Hold on. Hit the like button. So I just did a short video on this. All right. Let's talk about his learning curve. This guy had a learning curve. And I'm going to come out and say it. He didn't do it in 1992. And now he's being reaccused. That's a learning curve. What do you learn from something like that? You learn that people can say anything at any time, because they're saying stuff about 30 years ago. Like, people can say anything at any time, and that's a learning curve. But they want to paint the picture of Brazilian women just regularly doing this crap to Clarence Thomas. Oops. To Bill Cosby. Oops. To Brian Banks. Oops. To that guy that played Romeo on Romeo and Bullyhead on the Steve Harvey show. Oops. Like, this is chronically happening here. Chronically. But you need to adjust.
with so many different types of women?
Oh, I forgot about that one. The Duke lacrosse team. Oops. Sean Oakman. Oops. Tupac. CJ King. And I suspect Ike Turner. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I strongly suspect Ike Turner. I don't know anybody that's ever got his side of the story ever. Just saying.
Again, we can't just speak about the states as if, okay, all of these women are just monolith. These women is masculine, these women is this, these women is that. So my thing is this, like, where's the like sense of like self that I keep running into or dealing with? Would never be in any type of relationship at all, ever.
What woman is he talking about? What woman is he talking about right now? Me and that woman would never be in any type of relationship. What about self-accountability? You see, here's the thing. This is what happens when a person has a one-track mind and it still goes off track. These are canned arguments. These are arguments that he constantly just repeat back to black men who say stuff. What about self-accountability? Because I wouldn't have found myself in that situation because I avoid women like that. That's it. That's all. There are one pony trick. There are one pony tricks. They're tricking on that same pony over and over and over again. There is no woman in question. This is a blogger. This is a person that he's never met in real life ever, that's seen him and said something about him. Anybody can write anything about you right now. You are a public figure. So what is it about you? Why did you do, blame Jermaine. Like, this is basically, and this is why I say that the train has went off the one-track mind. This is what I mean by that. He can't think of a way to blame Auston, so he's asking Auston to think of a way to blame himself. Now, why does she look like that right now? Why does she look like that right now? Why does she look like she's trying to decipher a series of complicated math equations on the opposite side of the camera?
So my thing is this, like, where's the like sense of like self accountability? Like, why do I keep running into or dealing with? Because just like you asked, you like, what would you do if you ran into that? Me and that woman would never be in any type of relationship at all, ever. Because again, once I recognize that, it's over with. So which is why I asked you, I said, have you ever so you're telling me that you hadn't ran into one? And it sounds to me like you saying that you never have in what, 23 years of living in the States? Not one woman that's submissive and that's willing to follow the plan?
I mean, they're out there. Probably not sexually attracted to them.
Ah, well, there you go. And look at him with the hand. And look at her with the mouth like she's ready to take an Asian penis. Like, you see that? You see that? They went into, I got him. And watch what follows.
Not one ever.
I can say something real crazy, but I'm just saying, when I was in Brazil, you can find them that you're sexually attracted to them and they'll act the way how you want. Versus here in the States, it's gonna take you.
Yeah, hear it. Yeah, see, this is what I was telling you about, how they repeat it back to you as if you said something stupid, but really you just said something that they don't like. 2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2 is 4. You see that? Watch the small repeat.
I was in Brazil, you can find them that you're sexually attracted to them and they'll act the way how you want. Versus here in the States, you
see that?
It's gonna take you a while. probably be older than everybody on this panel before I find out.
Act how you want.
I think his preference is great.
Act how you want, you said. Like, what does that mean? If you don't know what that means, then that's the problem.
I think if he's getting the results over there where he's from him a wife, I think that works for him.
No, Lucky, he said he wasn't looking for a wife. That he's
Yeah, not
23,
right now.
he's young, he's just having fun. So I'm thinking
Which-
in my
which
head,
we've already-
if you're talking to an American woman that's like we said, a lot of women are looking to get married, and you are in their space just looking to have fun, but you want them to follow your lead.
Well,
I'm
no,
not
they don't know that.
understanding,
The women in the women,
why would they be cooperative with that?
That's the damn problem. That's the damn problem with you modern American women. That is the damn problem with you modern American women. Don't ask why you got to be cooperative. Cooperate. Motherfucker. Cooperate. God damn it. Why should I have to cooperate? The fact that you asking that question means you're not cooperating. Don't ask, just do. You do what I tell you do. The hell up. What's wrong with your brain? That is the difference. That is the difference between women overseas and you. Why do I have to cooperate? Don't ask why. God damn it. You better woo the day that men don't start asking why. You better woo the day that men don't start asking why. That is the end of everything. Take ants. Take ants, for example. If ever the male ants say, why do I have to scout for food and bring it back to the colony? Then that will be the end of that colony. It'll be an ant just retiring on a piece of chicken. It would be they find a Oreo or something like that, and that ant is never going back to the colony. That's what happens when male ants start asking why. Why? Ain't that a bitch? Just do it. Because this is what works. That's why you do it. Because I said so. Never mind you why. Show goddamn problem. You better hope men never ask why. In fact, see, I don't even want men to start asking why because it would destroy the fabric of society. I'm afraid to even give an analogy. Okay, I'm going to give it. I am going to risk the security of my nation to give this analogy. I'm going to walk up to an army private and say, hey, why are you risking your life to defend this country? And an Outburger pays you more. See, men don't have conversations like that. They just do. They just do. Because it needs to get done. That's why. God damn it. Because it needs to be done. That's why. Because it works. Get your ass up. Never mind you why. your motherfucking problem. You see, this is what, God, this is the root. This is the root of the problem with everything. Stop asking. We wouldn't have a country if men asked why. You're supposed to just do it. Because George Washington said so. Damn it. I bet you there was a soldier. I bet you there was a soldier, and I hope he got bayoneted. Just do it. Hey, why are we fighting over tea? If we don't like it, we could just drink coffee. And then I bet you they beat the crap out of him. Hey, why are we fighting for independence? I mean, we're going to pay taxes to you just like we pay taxes to the crown. I hope they beat the crap out of him. Oh, better yet, sister. Better yet, sister. You better pray. You dumbass. You better pray. You better pray that black men never start asking why. Your ass would be singing Negro spirituals right now if we was asking why. Shout out to all the black men that fought in the American Civil War. If they said, why? I'm already free. Your ass would still be in chains because he's already free. That's how he got into the blue uniform in the first place. And then when somebody told him, when Abe Lincoln told him, when Ulysses S. Grant told him to put on a uniform and fight for freedom, he didn't stop and ask why. Because he's already free. He fought. You dumb bitch. And then you had the audacity to not get me a sandwich. I tell you to give me a sandwich and you ask why. Shut your stupid ass up.
But the women in America may be looking for something more serious than he's ready for. Maybe they're putting too many expectations.
Y'all not looking for shit. You Lori Harvey bitches. Y'all not looking for nothing but a bigger penis to put in your vagina and a bigger wallet to spend. They're looking for a more serious relationship. It's not about what you're looking for. It's about what Austin is looking for. Hit the like button. And the Cash App and Super Chat button.
He's not ready to get married outside of the United States. He's not married. He's not willing to marry in the U.S.
And those women aren't pressuring him for marriage. They're willing to act how he wants them to act, which is just cooperative with whatever he decides to do.
That's what y'all do. Y'all do that crap when y'all willing to looking to get married. It's just that they do it when they're a lot younger and hotter and sexier and childlesser. They act like you act when you 45 with 3 eggs left.
And you know what? I just wanted to say, Austin, I'm not against men traveling, exploring. Even if you say you're not ready for marriage, I'm not against that. I'm not in the United States. I'm not against that. I am against men traveling to countries like mine.
And that's my point. That's my point. And that's why I brought up earlier that she's the hottest of the 4. Let's just throw it out there. You're the hottest of the 4, but wherever the fuck you come from, you regular. You don't think that we noticed that? What, you think we stupid? We supposed to ignore that crap, huh? We supposed to ignore that you're the hottest, real heritage, no childhood woman there. We supposed to ignore that, right? And you just so happen to be foreign. We supposed to ignore that crap, right? Your vagina is worth more than all of theirs. and you know it. Oh, she got kids? Okay. So, yeah, still hotter, and you know it. And you know that your vagina is worth more than all of those. All of theirs. As a matter of fact, bitch, as a matter of motherfucking fact, as a matter of fact, that's why you here. That is why you are here. The whole reason that you're here is because you want to bathe in the hottest girl in the room feeling. You just want to suck up the effervescent glow of being the hottest bitch there. Because you know you don't get that feeling when you walk to the grocery store. You know it. You know it. You know you don't get that feeling when you go to the beach. You know it. You know it. You know you don't get that feeling of being the hottest there is when you go to the nightclubs there. You know it. You know it. But you know you step one foot in digital America and there you have it. There you have it. It's that feeling of being the best. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Every now and again, I like to walk into a room with a group of Asian people so I can be the tallest motherfucker there. I don't go to a Warriors game to feel that way. Nope. That's what I don't do. In fact, later this year, I'm taking a trip to China to appease my ego. Yes, that is the same sick, twisted. Yeah, I'm sick and twisted for wanting to do that. It's the same sick and twisted feeling, and it's the same sick and twisted reason that you like to hop on a panel full of Black American women with real hair, knowing that they buying your shit. Knowing that they buying your shit. Why are you here? Why in the fuck are you here? You get off on this. You get off on this. I am sober. I'm going to go to an AA meeting and stunt. I am going to go in an AA meeting and be like, hey, yeah. My name is Gamechanger. Hi, Gamechanger. I just want to say that my life is pretty good because I ain't never took a drink in my motherfucking life. I'm over 40 years sober. And you're 20 years old and you look older than me because you drink too fucking much. Y'all fucked up. Peace. Goodbye. That is why she is there. She's fucked up. Hottest woman in the room syndrome.
And to travel to countries like my country and, you know, like poisoning the culture and
poisoning the culture. Why are you here fucking with ours? You're basically saying that our culture is poison and you are here with your hair, dipping your hair into poison right now. Right now.
and not doing any good to our cultures. I saw the video of what happened in Brazil. I've seen another video of what happened in Dominican Republic and what these men are doing. So
what did she see in Dominican Republic? I'm curious.
That's what I'm not, you know, condoning pretty much. I'm not.
Where are you?
El Salvador.
Oh.
I got a question.
Well,
I got a question.
What was that look? Okay.
I'm gonna say it. I got a question for you, Auston, because
what was that? What was that? Did one of her eggs crack? What was that random sound? Y'all heard that, right? Did like an egg pop? Like, what the fuck was that? Hold on. Hold on. Let's look at Kayla. What was that?
Where are you?
El Salvador.
Oh,
I got a question.
Well-
I got a question. I'm gonna say it. I got a question for you, Austin.
That was just a random thing that happened. What the hell was that?
Because I'm just curious. So, like, for example, in one of your videos,
Did she just get pregnant? What the fuck was that? Okay, Omega. Yeah, it was strange. That was strange. Hit the like button.
you was talking to your boys, and you said you was conversing with a woman for a couple minutes. You asked for a number, and she said you probably get women all the time or whatever. So
that
why
was
did
in the
you?
United States?
So cool, but why did you run from that situation instead of going further into the conversation?
Because that was a dumb statement she made. What the hell was I supposed to say back to that?
It is true. Even when interested, I will say this. Speaking of game, Black women don't have any game whatsoever. And I get it, women aren't supposed to be approachers. So they don't have opportunity to hone that skill set. But of course, as a man, if I'm physically attracted, I'm very liberal. But most of the time, your approach suck. I mean, suck real bad. And yeah, it just does. So like Austin, a lot of guys are just like, okay, I want to have something witty to say back to it, but really it just doesn't leave room. It's not really like an open-ended thing to where you could segue into a conversation that ends with we should exchange numbers. It that's rarely, if ever, the case.
You could say flirt with her
That's
back.
like, no.
She was
That's
giving you a
like-
compliment.
She was
giving you a
flirting.
compliment and it went over your head.
She was not flirting. I done been around women that flirted, and that was not it. She did not do a good job.
Okay, but do you mind saying exactly? Do you mind saying?
Okay. She probably was flirting, but it was so bad that it doesn't even qualify as that. See, women don't really have to say anything to flirt. You know, it's just a look, a bat of eyelash, a toss of the hair or something. But really, they just have to look at you for a little bit longer than they should were they not flirting for it to be flirting. What she did was definitely a display of interest combined with revealing her insecurities to you, which just makes the whole conversation awkward. The whole, you look like a lot of people ask for your number, is really to say, like, I really want to ask you how much competition I am dealing with. Now, granted, he could say something like, well, you haven't asked yet. That would be something to say. However, you haven't really, I don't think he was that interested in her. I'm put it like that. And I know to somebody like OT, that concept is very difficult to embrace because a man should be interested in all women. Like all men should be interested in all women all the time because they have vaginas. Shout out to Trill. The box is all supreme. but he wasn't interested enough to really just be on smooth mode.
And exactly what she had said.
She was just like, we were talking for a little bit, and then I was like, here, let me.
This dude. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what he's doing. He's on that game stuff, but he's really on the game stuff in the sense that rarely do it happen. And this is true for most men. It's in, unless you are just like exceptionally handsome, or you're dealing with a group of women, a population of women that are severely less pretty than you are handsome. Most men do not get approached by women a lot. So what he's trying to do, OT, is he's trying to relive Austin's experience in having this happen for him. He's like, it's so rare. I would have did this. It's like a rare opportunity that he's kicking himself because Austin passed it up.
I want your number. We see each other later.
Now, I will say it's not as rare in many other places. It's not as rare at all. And that's because here, I can go, and I have well more than this amount of time, well more than 3 weeks to a month. I could go 3 weeks to a month without getting hit on, not only by an attractive woman, but by any woman whatsoever. And there, especially when I go to like Latin America, but Black countries, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I do get hit on within the course of my vacation, meaning like 3 weeks to a month of being there, somebody does that. And I know that y'all don't see me, but I'm not always recognized immediately as a foreigner in many Black countries, in many Afro-Latino countries. So, yeah, there is that.
She's like, basically, like, you look like you get numbers all the time. So I'm like, thanks for telling me that. So, I asked for your number. So I'm not going to give you my number. All right. So I walked off on her ass. And then she's like coming back later, like, want my number. What you want my number? Anyway, that's
He's
going to a
definitely
bar.
not.
That's like going to a barber shop and saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna sit in your. You look like a lot of clients." Who says that? Sorry.
So, Austin, are you a high earner?
What the hell?
I don't want to get into my finance, but when I was in the United States, I was making over 10 grand a month.
What the hell was that? Oh, these are the disqualifying questions. Now we're about to do a round of disqualifications.
When she wants your attention.
I get it. I get it. So basically, this is what Austin was forced to endure. Hit the like button. All right, this is what Austin was forced to endure.
Attention.
Bonding together. I don't know exactly what's going on, but one second. Ma'am?
Hey, ma'am, you forgot.
I have a boyfriend.
Oh, no. This, I was just trying to give you your.
I have a boyfriend, and you should take your number and write it on there.
I don't know if it's chapstick, lip. It says lip gloss on here. You had dropped this. I was just trying to give it back to you.
I said I have a boyfriend.
Why you do that with your lips?
Oops. I said I have a boyfriend.
Ma'am, you dropped your phone. You dropped your phone, ma'am.
When she wants your attention.
What the hell do you do with something like that? What in the entire hell do you do with something like that? And I will say that the smarter you are, and I think Austin is a pretty bright young man, the smarter you are, the harder it is to not see fault in stuff like that. Don't get me, oh yeah, that's great light-skinned ass, but like, how do you respond? Like, what? Uh-huh. Like, it's so strange. Okay, that was just a random. Hey, by the way, how much money do you make? What did that have to do with anything? That was weird. She might as well just said, "Hey, so how big is your dick?" Like, what the hell? What does that have to do with the quality of women in the US relative to the rest of the world? That was strange as fuck. So that's what it was. That's why they was asking about the economics, because they're looking for a way to disqualify him. So they couldn't do it with age or social acuity. So they did it, or they couldn't do it with money or social acuity. So they did it with age. They like, oh well, shit, he got money and he's not socially awkward. So yeah, he's just young. He's just young. The hell does that mean he was just young? How many people got a granddaddy or a great granddaddy that killed 8 Nazis by the time he was his age? I'm not talking about neo-Nazis. I'm talking about like actual back in the day did that. Oh, but he's just young. Why in the hell is he under the impression that brothers just walk around states? I lived here my whole damn life. I never just walked around the state of California. You don't just walk around states. Texas being the second largest of the states, meaning that it would be like the second most walking you'd have to do. Like who does, like, yeah, just was walking around Oakland. You just walk through all the neighborhoods and somebody's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm just walking." Just walking around Oakland. And then when you're done with that, you walk around San Francisco, then you walk around San Jose. Yeah, I just walked around the Bay. Trying to bump into as many women from California as I can. And that's the thing. He's shaming him for having a physical preference. Is it a certain look? What's this look? What's this look? What's the DuckTales? Ooh. First of all, I will compliment her on her DSLs. I cannot speak against that. Those are some DSLs. I like it. Is there a certain look? What if he just said hers? So he did the same thing my cousin did in the same city and the same age. Nah, this is more. No, it's you. It's not them. It's what you're presenting to them. You're presenting a young, in shape dude that make $10,000 a month. Okay. That is a good analogy. I will give it. No, I was queuing up a video in the background. That's what y'all was hearing. But I'll show you in a second. But that's a good analogy, except for one thing. What if international basketball paid more? You see, here in the US, we have better NBA players because we pay them more. But what if internationally they started paying American basketball players more? Oh. Then you're going to have trouble. You see, NBA players, it would be the equivalent to NBA players leaving the US for better pay and hotter cheerleaders. No, so what happened was, I was curious. I want to show y'all this too. This is another. Oh, crap. I wasn't sharing the whole time. Damn it. Damn. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me get it together. Y'all just now telling me? No, I was reading the chat. All right. Let me just go back like 2 minutes because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Respond to you has a lot to do with what you're presenting to them. If you're presenting to them a certain thing, you can't expect the opposite in return that you're not giving. If you're just playing around and she's not trying to play with you, that doesn't make her uncooperative. She's just not on the plan that you're on, which is that doesn't sound like a plan right now. So if she's not with that, that doesn't make her uncooperative. You haven't found anyone that's willing to be on your plan, no plan. You know what I'm saying?
That's what uncooperative means. Not willing to be on your plan is the definition of uncooperative. Where do they find these people?
Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, well, I took the same game, as y'all like to call. I took the same conversation overseas, and I got a day and night result. I say the same things I said 2 years ago. It just works over here. And I was in heaven when I was in Salvador. I tell you that.
Well, I guess it's like best.
And that's what he said. Look, talking about her country. So yeah, he's basically saying, listen, I'm the same person, but it was more effective there.
Basketball, when guys in the NBA, they got to go overseas and they drop 50 a night compared to NBA.
You mean when they don't make
15.
it to the NBA?
You know, sometimes you gotta.
Okay, so let's just go with that. Since Lucky want to say that. Okay, I didn't make it to the NBA, but I made it to the NBA here. But once again, their NBA pays more. Their basketball league pays more. They pay in her vagina, not yours. They pay more.
You gotta work on your game a little bit sometimes.
I do have one other question. How long have you dated? What's the longest amount of time that you've dated someone that you've been with overseas?
3 months, and that's just because I'm in a new country.
So you don't stay long.
There's a lot of options. I can't sit down too quick.
Okay. So I think
Yeah,
I see
definitely.
what's happening now.
I gotta.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile. And look at her. Showing off her hair and shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
the experience
I
that you
see it.
couldn't
Y'all
get
see it?
overseas, I got to take advantage of it while I was here.
So I got a question. What do these women get from you when you're out there? Like, what,
It don't matter, damn it. It don't matter. The point is they want it, and I want them. It don't matter. See, that is black man's problem. That's how you know that we have been conditioned. We say stuff like, what's in it for them? What's in it for my penis? What do they get from you? I don't know. I don't know if they like my company. I don't know if they like BBC. I don't know if they like my personality. I don't care. I'm focused on what I like.
what do they gain from having you in their life?
Right now, while I'm not being serious.
Or any
Who's she talking to? She whispering to kids?
of them. Any of them that agree to spend time with you and do what you want them to do, whatever. What are they getting out of it?
They're getting the same thing. Being serious.
Or any of them. Any of them that.
This guy right here said, you know something? I want everybody to know that I have a sword.
Agree to spend time with you and
look at my sword. I have this sword. I'm a man that has a sword. And here it is, my sword.
do what you want them to do, whatever. What are they getting out of it?
It don't matter. And that's the problem. That's the problem with you modern Western women asking stuff like, why do I have to cooperate? Why do I have to submit? Just do it. Submission is his own satisfaction. You asking why you have to submit is like me asking, why do I have to do all the work during sex? It's because it's in my nature to do all the work. Why am I always the one thrusting? That's just the way it is. You unnatural woman. It's in your nature to enjoy catering me and get me berries and shit. That is in your nature. And if you are behaving outside of that and you're asking why, that means you are confused. Your vagina is confused.
They're getting the same thing I'm getting out of them because I'm not taking it serious.
Which is what are they getting? Because women and men want different things. So as far as what a woman would want.
And they want different things than you. The women there want different things than you. And the point is that he has what they want and he might not have what you want. But most importantly, you don't have what he wants.
What are they getting from you?
I'm not sure exactly how to describe that, but it's working.
Exactly. That's all that
I
matters.
mean, are you feeding them? Are you giving them money?
What the
paying for
hell?
their apartments?
You don't see value in a man besides feeding and money and shit like that. That is your damn problem. You don't see me like, oh no, he has to feed me. He has to do something. What are you? What are you? Seymour? Not Seymour. What are you? Audrey 2? You Audrey 2, aren't you? Are you feeding them? Are you giving them blood? So for those of you who are young, look up a movie called Little Shop of Horrors. There was a plant that said, feed me. Feed me. Feed me. That's you. You don't cooperate unless you get fed. No ticky, no laundry. Like that's you. You the goddamn laundromat, aren't you? You just want shit. There is a certain satisfaction a woman gets by putting food in my belly. And if you don't get that satisfaction, that is on you.
Are you taking them out? Are you helping them? Like, what are you doing? What are they getting?
He's saying all of that.
You gotta feed them.
What's her? Basically, they just looking for an opportunity to say tricking while he plays with his sword. They're looking for an opportunity. Look, my sword has a hat. They're looking for an opportunity to call him a trick. Just like me with the stove. They get what I won't give them.
You leave the United States, there's no 50-50.
So you're just taking care of everything and they're just enjoying the ride while you're there until you go.
You see that? You just taking care of everything and they just enjoying the ride. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Because one of the dinner horror meals that I give you feeds them for a week and a half. Okay? So I don't want to hear that shit. Keep your Red Lobster and your cheddar biscuits to your damn self. I'd rather feed her. Because she don't ask questions. And I did make her life better. I am a decent human being. What the fuck are you? You see, deep inside a man's soul, we believe in reciprocity. Checks out their damn mind.
And that's just fine because my average date in Brazil was $10, and in Thailand it's now about 5 or 6. So
exactly. His average date in Brazil was $10. $10 is the cost that it takes to for the gas to go meet the bitch here. Okay. $10 is not the date. $10 is the stuff that falls off an American date. $10 is the tip to the waitress on an American date. $10 is the popcorn to the actual date that is the movie. $10 is the pack of licorice that's in the concert. $10 is the amount that you pay to wash your car, to put the gas in the car, to go get the bitch. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Since I'm on a roll, and I know I got to go to Sweet Nelly Speaks, but I'm going to tell y'all something. Since I'm on a roll. There are women out there right now that owe me booty. I don't get it, but you owe me booty. I'm going to tell you what I mean. I broke my phone not too long ago. I broke my phone not too long ago. Now you're saying game changer. What does that have to do with anything? And fellas, press 1 in the chat room if you're with me. If I break my phone while talking to a bitch, you owe me some booty. You owe me some booty. It costs $350 to replace the screen. You owe me some booty. You owe me the same amount of booty that you would give me had I spent $350 on a date. I spent $350 towards your ass to entertain you, dropping the phone, talking to your ass. You owe me booty. You owe it to me, damn it. If I am driving you on a date and on the way back home, I hit a nail and I got to pay $70 for a new tire, you owe me some booty. I could have took a Brazilian chick out 10 times with that. That is to add to the date and the total booty cost. God damn it. It's incidental. You owe me incidental booty.
We can go 100%. I can go 1,000% now.
Okay.
My thing is this though.
Enjoying
My thing is
life.
this though. Just real quick, man. Like, do you feel like, again, because you self-admitted, hey man, I ain't nowhere near ready to settle down right now. I'm out here having fun. I'm out here doing my thing.
Maybe in about 2 years.
Right. So about 2 years. So up until this point, you just been doing your thing, having fun. Do you think that may have contributed to the energy that you receive from these women?
You talking about with the newsletter?
No, because he's receiving that energy. Listen, it is your job, vagina people. It is your job to get me on one knee. It's not my job to go out looking for somebody to kneel to. Bitch! It is your job to get me on one knee. You need to lay it on me, both food and otherwise. That's what I say. The quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. It is your job to get to my damn heart. Whether you get there through my stomach or my penis, it is your job to get to my heart. I'm not supposed to be out scouting for a bitch to kneel and give jewelry to. That is your job. That is your job to make yourself worthy. Be a better bitch.
All that?
No, hell no. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when you was out here and you was dating. Like, do you feel like the fact that, hey, I ain't looking for nothing serious right now. I'm having fun. I'm doing my thing. Do you think that may have contributed to the type of women that you kept bumping into
in the United States? No, I was lost because I couldn't figure out what the hell they wanted. There's a lot more clarity overseas. So I don't.
How does that clarity work? Do they just tell you, hey, this is what I'm looking for?
You don't know how clarity works because you never offered it to a man. All you offer is game and deception and cryptic behavior.
From this situation?
Well, if they're not interested in you, you're not getting their phone number, and they're not going on 10 dates with you.
Interested in what per se? If they're not interested in what?
Interested in you as a person. If they're not interested in you as a person, then they don't waste your time with dates for free meals. That's what they don't do. Here's what he means by clarity and confusion.
Attention.
Hey, ma'am, you dropped your lip gloss, chapstick lip gloss.
I have a boyfriend.
No, I'm not here for that. I'm just trying to give you your lip gloss back.
I think that you should take my lip gloss and write my number on your face with it.
What? Huh? No, ma'am, you dropped your phone, ma'am.
When she wants attention.
Confusion. That, and I know it's a skit, and that's the same skit I showed before with a different chick, but it's confusion. That's what he's talking about the. What do you mean confusion? What do you mean that there's clarity? It means if they want you, you know that they want you. They make it clear that they want you. They don't do crazy crap like dropping lip gloss and then saying that they have a boyfriend when they don't. And then y'all do all kind of crazy crap that just confuses the hell out of the general populace. That's what they do. What they are you talking about? What they? Each and every single man whose penis you sucked has fed you. By they, you're referring to the penises and the peni that you have taken into your mouth. You talking about your own people. What the hell did they eat before my penis came? What in the hell did they eat before my penis met their vagina? Huh? They ate the day before and they're going to eat the day after. They can't afford the meal. You see, you are deplorable. You are deplorable. You the ugly bitch in El Salvador. You are, and look at you here. You are the one that can't keep it together because you're not hot enough there. So you come here to feel hot amongst lesser women. You seen it. You seen somebody with no food. You seen a foodless person, huh? You seen a foodless person in El Salvador walking around alive because they drink blood and shit. Foolishness. So what are you going to say, that they are wearing leaf dress? Because if so, I'd like to see you in a leaf dress. I would. Why does she say that it's really hot? Well, what he's saying is that you get better women for less. Is essentially what he's saying. You get better women for less. Kind of like when you go to Europe and in the European movies I've seen, it seems like all the cars are Mercedes-Benz. Now, obviously, it's because of their proximity to Germany. And that they're, outside of that in Italy, and, there are very few automobile manufacturers there. So, yeah. And it's going to be like, and the ones that manufacture cars just so happen to manufacture high-end luxury vehicles. So, yeah. You get more of it. And it's better. That's exactly what it is. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear the smart ass shaming language that they give? It looked like you were socially awkward. Don't care. Don't care. What you think no longer matters to me. You want to know what you want to know whose opinion do matter? The woman who you bought that hair from. Her opinion matters. The fact that you have Brazilian Remy on your head and he's in Brazil is not a coincidence. Okay? Her opinion is more valuable than yours. Oh, crap. Damn it. Thanks, All right, let me go back some.
Seem like the way it's presented is though y'all taking y'all money and then we gonna get these wholesale women that's ready to do this. And then the women in America, y'all just, our money don't really stretch the way the women they want too much. I think that's how it's being sold.
That's exactly how it's being sold.
To that proclaimed passport bros. They talk about the money aspect, and the person before you who was OG passport, he was the first thing he mentioned was the money. And
the thing is that there men get more of what they want for less, even if it's not money. Let's just say it's packs. Let's just say it's packs. You don't need as defined of a six-pack there than you need here, but you get more defined six-pack there than here. You don't need as big a dick in Thailand, but you get tighter pussy. You don't need to be the tallest man there, but you do get longer hair. No matter what currency you're given, you get a better return. No matter what currency you given, you get a better return there than here. I said hair. I'm looking at her weave. I said hair. I meant here. And notice how it's only tricking when it's somebody else. Who's that dude? It ain't tricking if you got it. Like, who's that dude? Put it in the bag and the chicks be shaking their ass in the club to that back in the day. You know, it ain't tricking if you got it. But yeah. Well, it is tricking if they ain't got it. How about that? It's tricking if they ain't got it.
How you can just get the women over there with the money. It's how it's advertised, is that you're looking for something that you can buy, which I just want to make it clear. I am not trying to change your mind. I don't care where you go to multiply. Okay, good luck. Yeah. I'm just saying the way the conversation is being had, it just, and the way the video looked, it looked like you were kind of socially awkward. And when you took yourself somewhere else, they were, oh, okay.
And there you go to shaming. Oh, it's you. It's because you're socially awkward. No matter what, the vagina is better than yours. The vagina is better than yours. And so fucking what? So what if he is socially awkward? And I'm not saying that he is, but so what? Black men. Be socially awkward. There, I said it. Be socially awkward. You see, deep down, and every black man is a socially awkward person that felt that he had to conform to what these subpar bitches like. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. Be socially awkward. Your life will be happier that way. So stop trying to get on the treadmill, or not the tread. What is that thing that the guinea pigs, the hamster wheel? I meant to say hamsters. That they stop getting on a hamster wheel of trying to conform. You don't have to do that. Fuck what these chicks say. How come nobody else got to conform? How come nobody else got to say, oh, no, that's not cool, so I got to keep my reputation? How come nobody else got to say, oh, I wonder if beards are in style now? Because once bitches stop liking beards, he's going to have to shave. Like, nobody else got to do. I don't give a fuck. I never. You don't have to conform to these bitches. You do not. You do not. There I said, be socially awkward. See, when I was in high school, there was I was in high school in the 90s, and there was some Asian kids in Oakland. There was Asian kids, and maybe they were first, maybe second generation. And they had they were breakdancing. Breakdancing has, by that time, breakdancing had long since been forgotten. It's you know, that time has passed for us. And they was just like, hey, fuck it. I seen it. I just now seen Turbo and Ozone. I just now seen Breaking in B Street. I like it. And I'm going to break dance in my lunch break. And they actually had a helmet that they was Yeah, helmet means something different in this space. But they actually had a helmet that's meant so they could spin on their head, that they was passing around to each other, and they spin on their head. That shit is different, and it's awkward, and they didn't care. And I'm pretty sure that the Asian women got down with that approach. Be yourself. Listen, if these bitches call you awkward, that's on them. More food them. You know? Less dick for you. I got a big dick and I ain't got to put up with your shit. Awkward. Think I give a fuck? And you see, that's why you got people like Childish Gambino, who's eccentric, who's a black man who wasn't afraid to be eccentric. Look at who he with. Awkward. You dumb bitch. Every creative person who ever did something worth doing has been different. That's part of being able to think outside of a box. If you think outside of a box, it's going to permeate in every aspect of your life. Went to the same school but different time as not same school, but as Black Panther. Dang, why does his name escape? Black Panther, Fruitvale Station. Not Michael B. Jordan, the director. Help me out, y'all. Help me out. Like, I remember his name like 100 days out of, or, you know, like 364 days out of the year. No, not Howard. And I'm not even talking university. Dang. It'll come to me. Not Chadwick Boseman. Thank you, Ryan Krew. Thank you. Dang, it was killing me. It was killing me. And he wasn't afraid to be different. Fellas, be yourself. Don't try to be something because some chick like this will call you awkward. Fuck what she thinks. You think if you conform with whatever it is she feels is cool, she gonna suck your dick all of a sudden? No. You'll just be like another dude waiting in her DMs trying to get your dick sucked. No, you be your motherfucking self.
He's here. I'm just here for his money. That's how it's being sold and packaged.
That's how it looks.
It just so happens to be cheaper. You know, it just so happens that those women are a lot more cooperative, and it's cheaper. It just so happens that it's not that. I don't. Another thing is, if you watch the video, the women said they want to go to a beach for the first date. That's not. It's not a high expensive restaurant. It's a complete difference of how they request things.
Wait, y'all don't hear it?
They don't have the same demand.
Y'all hear it or something? Hold on. I'm hungry. That's why I'm messing up so bad.
But I think that it all comes down to the man at the end of the day. Because, like I said, I get what you're saying. And we've talked about that plenty of times. Women, these expectations, There are plenty of women who want the STK and, you know, top-notch dates on the first time. But there are plenty of women, if you got the right swag about you, you got the right charisma, they'll take coffee, they'll take ice cream, they'll take the part, they'll take all those.
I don't care. I don't even know what the fuck swag is. Wherever it is, keep it. If a bitch told me, oh, the reason why you gotta pay more on a date is because you don't have enough swag. What the fuck? In junior high, I had a natural science teacher, right? Actually, scratch that. He wasn't even my teacher. This was a very frail white dude, and he was very young. He probably was like fresh out of college and then just got a teaching job at my inner city junior high. This white dude in the hood rode not a bike, but like a four-wheel contraption sit-down bike that it looks like he made himself in a garage. To where you sit down, you put your legs up in the air, and you pedal upwards while steering the thing. I swear he had to make it himself. I can't imagine somebody like making it for him. Oh, so that's an actual thing. Somebody said so he drove that. And he had himself, I thought he made it himself. I didn't know it was a place that, you know, that sells stuff like that. But there you go. And he had himself a bad Asian wife. You think anybody give a damn about swag? Only y'all say stupid ass crap like that. Oh, and I say wife too, because they marry at like a younger point in their life. They don't wait till they have a bunch of other kids and shit to start looking. They don't start looking at 40. They really start looking at 14. And then, you know, they hope to marry their high school sweetheart and shit, you know. And they don't say he don't have enough swag because he rides a recumbent bike. Man, if they say something like that, that is on you. That bitch is broken. That is stupid. That is just a way that they looking to make up shit to say that you inadequate. And for dumb niggas to get with a chick and say I'm adequate. Like I got her because I got swag. Like what the hell? The bitch is not only has 3 kids, she has a baby arm sticking out of her vagina right now. And you think you're doing something special. You didn't even stop to think. You are so focused on if you are good enough for her, you haven't stopped and considered if she's good enough for you.
Those simple dates on the first, second, third time, if the conversation is right.
Are you going to be sexually attracted to her?
Yes.
Well, then that right there tells me, I mean, it's very blatant to me the type of women that he's approaching.
You damn right. You damn right. He is a smart young man, and he is approaching women that he is sexually attracted to. And you try to say that like I got him. That's why it's your fault. You're only approaching women that you're sexually attracted to.
He's only approaching a certain type of woman that looks a certain way. So I mean,
tried them all.
Ain't that you only approach women that look a certain way, and that way is pleasing to my penis. Do you know how mad my dick would be if I approached women I wasn't sexually attracted to? He'd be pissed at me. In fact, he'll be so pissed that he won't piss. He'll just be like, oh, no, nigga, you got to learn. You got to learn. I seen that last bitch you tried to feed me. You got to learn. I'm withholding piss. I ain't pissing. I'm on strike.
But are you talking to women that approach you?
That's rare, but yeah.
Women never approach
too. I've had chicks leave a note on my car twice, and I can't get her out. I can't get her on the phone, and she texts back every 15 hours. I'm not dealing with that shit.
Which is fair. That one is fair.
So make sure you're careful. Be very careful.
Shut the hell up. Trying to come with the motherly, cautious approach. Be very careful. When was the last time you told a man to be careful about a local bitch? I want you to be careful now. Keisha has the highest AIDS rate in the country, and I hear that she be divorcing niggas and putting them on child support. I want you to be careful about those Brittany Ritter type. When was the last time you cautioned a man about Keisha? When did you caution a man about Keisha ever?
Because you seem like you're living your life and you're enjoying yourself, but be careful.
Just one other question.
Oh yeah, I know now.
In these other countries with these women that you've dated, have you dated a woman that didn't need you to, or ask you to, or require you to like do anything for her? Like she just rocked with you and just pulled up?
You ever meet a chick like that in the States? Exactly. Keisha be setting brothers up for licks. I know a dude. This was this was either in the Facebook or the MySpace era. This dude, quote unquote, got a chick pregnant. And he was just ready for fatherhood, right? He had met her online. And she lived a little bit of ways away. I forget. He lived in Oakland. I forget exactly where she lived, maybe like Richmond or something, but I knew he had to catch the BART to see her. And she was so big compared to this dude that when they hug each other and you seen her from the back, you wouldn't see him in the front. She like completely covered his whole being. She was so big. Well, I'll get to that part of the story later. But basically, she was sending him sonograms. She was sending him like up-to-date reports on the health and well-being of the child. And then when the child was quote unquote born, because she was posting it on Facebook or MySpace, whatever was the time. And then, the 9 months passed, and it was about to get serious. It was getting serious. Like, hey, he want to see his baby, Come to find out, the bitch was never pregnant. The bitch was never pregnant. She took her regular fat and walked around pretending to be pregnant. I was like, wait, what? It was all a scam. It was all just her wanting attention or whatever, online or whatever. She was never pregnant. Now, where's the watch out for that? Because at least his mama was real. His mama was a real one, because she was gun set and ready to take this bitch to court. Because she thought that she had the baby, and listen, I never seen the chick. Because I never Facebooked or MySpace or anything like that. So and besides, I don't really look for shit like that. But nevertheless, she was ready to go to court over this shit. Like, nah, you're not gonna keep my grandbaby out my life. See, that's the real one. And those are, you supposed to say, be cautious of all women. And I'll tell y'all, because look, if a chick say you pregnant, still use a condom, because she could be lying. So, you like, oh, okay, well, she pregnant. I might as well just take it off, right? And then that's how she becomes pregnant. Somebody said I knew a girl that did that. That's regular. I hope it's the same girl. That's sick.
and rock with you?
Like financially? Like,
Yeah, like she didn't need you to, like she didn't ask you or need you to buy her anything or do anything for her.
100% of the time.
100% of the time? No,
I pretty much just pay for food.
no, I'm
We go out to
saying,
eat.
I'm saying in any of the dating situations that you've had with these women in other countries, have any of them rocked with you or like dated you or whatever and didn't even require a date? They just saw you, they liked you, and
You see, she's trying to create a lose-lose scenario. On the one hand, if you do too much, then they're gonna put you in a trick bag. If you don't do anything, then they put you in a deadbeat bag. You see what they're doing?
they didn't need you to do anything for them.
50% of the time, that's how it goes. You don't need a date. But I mean, if you go on a date, it's pretty much a damn near 100% return rate.
Return. What's the return?
A return
Trying
on
to
his
make it sound
investment.
bad.
Transactional.
Yeah.
A return on his investment.
Transactional.
Because he's sounding so transactional. I want to know what the return. I'm assuming it's like sex.
The adventure. The adventures.
It's sex, right?
If we want to be honest, if you're not getting sex, you're gonna feel, as a man, you're gonna feel like you didn't get anything.
These words are true.
You didn't, but I thought that you.
Those words are true. Like I say, I want it because I fucking broke my phone while talking to you. Like, yeah. I feel like I lost something. Because, like, if I hadn't had the phone in my hand talking to your ass, I wouldn't have dropped it. Yes, we want something.
Wanted to talk and, like, get to know this person.
Yeah, you get that too.
So you don't talk to them and get to know them before? Like, you expect them to
You don't talk to them and get to know them before the date.
just...
At the date?
The first date?
Yeah, we sit there and we talk. And then usually they want to, it's no problem. They offer to go back to your house. That's on them.
Those words are true. Those words are true. In fact, I had to be told, in fact, it might have been by Austin, but by another passport bro, that she wasn't. Okay, so here's the thing. It was so easy that I thought that it was a prostitute. Now, bear with me. Here's how it happened. I'm at a club in Brazil. Trying to get their form of dance down. So I had one of the locals show me. Had one of the locals show me exactly how it's done. And I was so not good at it, you know, that my swag was off. I was just so unswaggy trying to learn how to dance from this chick, right? How to dance their way. So but I wasn't even tripping. I'm like, you know, it's okay. I had a good time, right? And then I walked away, and it was her and her friends. We was outside, and you know, we was just chilling. A woman came by with the they have people, they have vendors, kind of like baseball vendors, but they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So imagine a place where the thing that you just so happen to have a taste for is just somebody walking around selling the shit. Like, damn, I could go for a soda. And then it's like a woman walking around with a soda thing. And yeah, so it's like that. And she had like lollipops and candies and mints and stuff. So I bought some of those, and I'm a bit of a jerk in the sense that I negotiate everything, especially overseas. So I'm sitting there negotiating. I'm sitting there negotiating. I'm an asshole. I was sitting there negotiating like 50-cent suckers and shit. Like, how unswaggy is that? Talking to a person selling candies and trying to argue in a different language over 50 cents. So I'm like, these chicks not giving me any play, right? And then she just whispered in my ear, as if it's the only English she ever heard, I want to have sex with you. I was like, wait, what? And, you know, I was like, okay. And, okay, so two things was going on in my brain at the time. One was that the trip was, I was taking my father for his birthday to Carnival. So this wasn't like I'm there trying to get some and stuff like that, you know. This was just like I'm there to have a good time with my dad. And also I was sharing a hotel room with my dad. And, you know, like, what do? Do you put a tie on the door with your dad and shit? So, which I was willing to do because I was attracted to her. So that's one thing that that came to mind. Another thing that came to mind was that she was a prostitute and she just wasn't telling me the price. And like, I get her back to my hotel and then, you know, she pull out a bill or something. Or worse, she pulls out the bill after we do the do. And then she says something like, officer, he didn't pay me, you know, and it's like $1,000. So this is what's going through my head, right? This is what's going through my head. Cause, you know, it's like, nah, she didn't just like out of nowhere whisper, you know, I want to have sex with you just because she wanted to have sex with me. A man that's not dancing right and that's negotiating fucking 50-cent candies. She's not doing that. But I told the story to like, I was like BMT or somebody. I told the story to I told actually more than one passport, bro. And they was like, nah, no, because I didn't because I didn't want to, you know, with everything that was going on with my dad and all that, it just was a no-go. But it was like, nah, it's really like that. She really just wanted it. Just because she wanted it. I was like, oh, for real? So yeah, it is like that. Now I had to buy the candy, and I know they would call me a trick for that, but you know, it is what it is. And I probably didn't have to buy the candy. I just wanted some candy.
I'd rather do that than have blue balls.
Or, I mean, you got to be careful. You don't want infected balls either, you know.
He's young. He gonna learn a little bit.
Because I mean, if
know,
that's what she's doing with you, with just a conversation.
Infected blue balls, bitch. Why do they? First of all, they're talking about you. They're talking about you. And if they're blue, how did they get infected? But anyway, they're talking about you and your people. When she said infected blue balls, they're talking about you and your people. And stop acting like you never been infected. Damn near 100% of the times I got infected, it was from a Black American chick. I suspect. Or a mixed one. So there's one time I got burned, and I don't know if it was from an Asian chick I was seeing or a Black chick I was seeing. But yeah, these bitches is always infecting me. Fuck that.
The first time, I mean,
Well,
the likelihood
they
that
don't
she
go,
does.
but they don't go out with everybody though.
How do you know that?
Because I've gotten rejected numerous times.
Okay.
So they don't just go out with everybody. Now, an American woman, she'll get your number and take you to Ruth Chris and give you a side of them. So which one you want?
He's keeping it real.
I get what you're saying because you're not actually looking for anything with her other than the sex. So that would make sense.
Ain't that a bitch? It don't matter. It don't matter. See, all men look for the same thing. It's what you offer. It's what you give me. We all look for the same thing. All fish are looking for bait. Now it's your job as a fisherwoman to hook my penis. That is your job.
We're not gonna do that. I'm just not doing that.
So you think if you spend any type of money,
Kayla, let him go. Like,
Okay.
I'm just
Let him go. What does that mean? It means like, okay, stop trying to convince him to come back. He's not going to come back because this right here is average where he comes from. So, you know, and it's the hottest thing that we have. Like, this is the best we have to offer, and it's something that is foreign already. So just let him go.
It's not about money.
Baffled, y'all. I'm so
Hey, Austin, real rap.
I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for pulling up, man. Because beforehand, I was a bit confused as to some of the things that was being said, as to some of the rhetoric. But now that I'm talking to you in person, and I get to see how your mind works, kind of makes a lot of sense now. Makes a lot of sense now. But I will say this. Just like SB said, be careful out there, man. It's extremely dangerous. I don't want to see nothing bad happen to you for sure. You know what I'm saying? We have different ideologies in terms of the type of women and different whatever. But man, I don't wish any ill will on you. But just be safe out there, man. Take care of yourself. And you know, just keep on learning, bro. I say you young, man. You got time. Just keep on learning, man.
Yeah, I'm not coming back to the United States though. That's even no matter how much I learn, I don't see it getting no better. They don't have panels like this in Brazil. They're not talking about dating in Brazil, really.
These words are true.
That's true.
They just do it.
So that says enough by itself.
They just whisper in my ear, "I want to have sex with you." It's not
Well,
that
I mean,
complicated.
no influence. Are you talking about the influence of it?
They ain't talking about who should pay on the first date. They ain't having these kind of discussions outside of the United. Well, maybe in England, but in Brazil and Thailand and
have more
Vietnam,
of a
they're not doing
structured
that.
culture of the way that
I agree.
Oh,
with
yeah.
him. We don't talk about those things.
Because America's different. We prioritize capitalism and individuals about keeping people separate in the way that they sell it.
Yeah.
In other countries, a lot of things that influence us, they're not even allowed over there.
So you know that, but you grilled them anyway.
They can't even eat the same stuff we eat.
You know that, but you grilled them anyway.
Brazil is capitalist too.
Oh.
Just last question. Do you plan on getting like dual citizenship or ever giving up your
It don't matter. Why would you give it up?
I never give up.
Why would you give it up? I don't like giving stuff up. I still got the key to my first apartment. And I don't know why. I don't like giving stuff up. Just because you don't plan on going back somewhere, that don't mean that you give it up.
My U.S. citizenship. Yeah, that's not a smart move.
You do value that about America.
My passport saved my life when I was in Brazil damn near twice.
Okay.
So no, I got jammed up by the police and they was about to shoot us until they found we was American. So no.
The value in being American. Look at that.
See, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Listen, he's not saying that there's no value in being an American. He's saying that there's no value in being with an American woman.
Mentioned it earlier. Since first thing I said.
You did. That's what we were saying. Ain't about the money. It's just the fact that you're an American, you got that leverage.
Well, like I said, Austin, man, it was a pleasure having you, big dog. Be safe out there. Enjoy your meal, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. We're gonna catch up with you later.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
All right, bro.
All right, so there we go. I'm about to go to Sweet Melody Speaks. I'm about to put the link out there to her show. I'm late as hell, but I just had to do this. I just had to. Oh, and this isn't the end. These Krew season niggas. This is not the end of that. But I also got a cash app. So bear with me. Bear with me. So Let's just say, because his name is a letter, but I don't want to. Okay, LR. LR, I appreciate the $10 cash app, brother. I appreciate it. I like to say the first name and then the last initial, but the first name just so happened to be just the letter L. So anyway, I would like to thank the cash apps and super chats, managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. This is Gamechanger 00100. Game over. Peace. Oh, by the way, heading over to Sweet Melody Speaks right now. Peace.